Good morning, I'm Jodenne Scott with Shari's Cafe and Pies. In my world, it's not every day you get a phone call from Washington, D.C. asking for you to share your story on how you helped create the energy plan for the company. Everybody remembers 2008. It was a year of tough times for businesses and restaurants, but it was especially for Shari's. I needed to find a way to add value back to the company. And it all happened because I got bored one day. So, Shari's is a 24-hour family-style, full-service restaurant. We have 100 locations in the Pacific Northwest. Each of our restaurants are about 3,900 square feet, and we're pretty famous for our pies if you haven't had one yet. So at the time, I was the general ledger accountant. My responsibilities were profit and loss statements, general ledger accounting, sales and property tax returns. I know I said I was bored, but the one thing that I had a lot of fun in is the utility accruals. For Shari's, our utility expenses was our third highest operating cost, behind food and labor. There were tools already put in place to manage those costs, but nothing had been done about utilities. So if all of the restaurants were the same size, relatively in the same area with the same sales volume, why were the utility expenses so different? Well, you, the audience, obviously knows where I'm going with this. We needed to do energy audits. So I walked in, talked to a few of the executive team members, and I got that deer in the headlight look. You know, you have all seen that one also. Finally, after a few more discussions, I was able to get the CEO and a few other team members to agree to energy audits. So we expanded our relationship with our utility bill company, and the report came back with several low to no cost opportunities in equipment changes and behavioral changes. It was my goal at the time to get just one of those changes implemented. But I needed to build credibility. I, in my life, had never worked in a restaurant. What did I know? I was just the bean counter, right? I got one restaurant to work with me. We implemented the change because I knew we couldn't interfere with operations, we couldn't interfere with our guest dining experience, but I also knew that I could bring to the report to the executives to show them which project would do the best with the quickest ROI. That was my key card. The changes that were implemented were cut and dry to our gas grill, but it was the behavioral change that I needed to show tangible returns to our cooks. I needed to show them that if they changed this behavior, it would save this amount of money and it would equal this amount of burgers sold each week. They bought it. They too were adding value now to the company. My first project, the following year, this project reduced gas usage by 33%. It was a win-win for everybody. Since then, I've received a $100,000 annual budget. Dang it, this is recorded too, huh? We've also realized $5.7 million in avoided costs since then. My biggest win happened to be when we reduced our water usage by 35% and our gas usage by 15% with a 6-month ROI. And that was just changing out a dipper well, which was a piece of equipment that used 45 gallons of water in it per day. We had 5 in each restaurant. So for you non-beaner counters out there, that's 22,500 wasted gallons of water per day. I found an electric heated dipper well that was self-contained, and you could fill it up with just 6 cups of water. You changed it out 3 or 4 times a day, and it heated it to 155 degrees, which got the health code regulation off of our back. I used to think that Shari's was a small fish in the energy pond, but then I realized that it was the people who believe and support it, from the executive team members to our team members at the restaurants. If you support and believe in that, a company of our size can be as successful as having an energy plan as somebody of a company in the Fortune 500 world. Thank you.